Hello and welcome back to my simple channel. I'm Simply Dave, and today I'm going to talk about a few things that irk me. This video is completely scriptless, so I hope my editing is good, otherwise fuck. Now, some of these you may relate to, while others are going to be completely for me. But yeah, let's just get into it. First, I'll start with something we can all relate to: when people chew with their mouth open. Oh my god, it is just the ugliest thing I have ever seen. Furthermore, when people talk with food in their mouth, it is just the grossest thing imaginable. Like, this is why I rarely sit at the table for dinner, because, for you see, my family, they love to talk while having dinner, so this creates a very awkward moment where I'm doing my own thing, and then I'm seeing them with their mouths open, and I just want to vomit. So yeah, I stay away from the dinner table and I eat by myself. I ain't dealing with that bullshit. The next thing is when friends, or content creators for that matter, give you false promises. I cannot tell you the amount of times that I've witnessed content creators be like, oh, I'll make a series on this, or oh, I'll do this with this game, or oh, I'll make this skit eventually, and I'll make a sequel to this skit, and then they never follow up. Like, ever. And I understand that maybe they have some personal reasons for that, but good God, if personal reasons are going to come up, then don't give out those things. And yes, if it's a thing where it's like you can't control it, then by all means, I understand. But doing it time and time again, it is so annoying. And then friends, they do it too. They'll be like, oh, I'll make sure to do this with you on this day, and then they freaking ghost you because, oh my god, that is just what ends up happening. Happens to me all the time. It's called that Parker luck. Now that's a shit reference. I'm not keeping that one in the video. And then if they don't ghost you, they'll hit you with one of those things like, oh, my bad, personal stuff came up. That's why I linked these two into the same thing that irk me, because it's the same type of scenario, just in a different context maybe. The next thing that irks me will be a little bit unrelatable, but I'm sure somewhere, someone out there will relate to it. Basically, I don't like Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yep, I said it. I know pitchforks are coming my way if people actually watch my videos, but oh my god, I despise that man in those series of movies. Now, don't get me wrong. No Way Home, great. Far From Home, trash. Homecoming, just okay. There you go. There are my opinions. You want me to do Civil War 2? Garbage. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let me also explain why I hate the character. And I hate the character because, to me, from what I've seen, he literally just reminds me of a white version of Miles Morales. It really makes me question, why didn't they just put Miles in these movies instead of Peter? But I understand that Peter is like the introductory because it's the Spider-Man that everyone knows. I know that the Spider-Verse movies have made Miles more popular, but people are still going to know Peter over Miles, and that's how it'll always be. But oh my god, Ned is just ganky in every single aspect, basically, and Aunt May, she's just Miles' mom. There are plenty of other things that I could go into, like how Peter never made his own suit, and instead Tony made his suit, but you know, that can honestly be made into its own separate video that nobody will also care about because it kind of goes against my entire channel's theme, but still. The next thing is also, again, relatable to people that are probably outside of my channel's demographic, but it is the fact that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is not readily available in any single way, shape, or form. The only way that you can get Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is to either buy a really, really expensive version of it for home consoles that was made during the time of its existence, or you can buy an expensive arcade machine, or you can go the really expensive route and buy the HD remaster for it that is literally not even a disc, it's just a code, and it's worth somewhat of around $800. Jesus Christ. Moving back towards relatability, why are pets so expensive? And I'm mainly talking about dogs here, because I'm a dog person. Why are they so expensive? I understand buying food for them and stuff, but like vet visits? Good lord! Vet visits really get the money out of you. You can go into debt just by owning a dog and taking it to the vet one time. Oh my god. Like, that's crazy. And these things are supposed to be your companions, your friends for like 15 years before they die. Like, why am I paying so much for something that's going to exist for such a short amount of time? That's really fucked capitalism, if you ask me. Speaking of politics, never fun. Nuff said. Now, I'm not one that's all about the fashion, but fashion trends are definitely something that irk me. I don't understand why people feel the need to wear stuff that's quote-unquote in with the trends and then toss that shit out as soon as it's out of the trend. Like, that's really a waste of clothes and materials to make said clothing. It's just a waste in general. I wear what I like because I know that I'm going to reuse it over and over and over again. I have a lot of graphic tees because I like wearing graphic tees, and I also have a lot of shorts for the summer and pants for the winter and stuff of that nature, and it's all basically been the same for a few years because I don't really care about fashion. As long as the stuff matches and has a theme going on, then I'm perfectly fine with wearing whatever it is that I feel like wearing. When it comes to fashion, I just feel like more people should be independent and not see a celebrity wear Dunks and all of a sudden Nike Dunks are the only thing that I'm seeing on people's feet when I was in my senior year of school. And the last thing for today's video that really irks me is miscommunication. I cannot tell you the amount of times that things have went awry all because someone did not communicate with me, or I've watched miscommunication happen in front of my eyes, and I'm like, you two need to communicate with each other, and then they're just like, oh, okay, and then they never do. And miscommunication isn't just some sort of minor mistake. These can lead to major things such as lost friendships, a rip in trust between two lovers, overall bonds with people end up being broken, and you live with trust issues for the rest of your life because of these communication errors that just fuck everything. And then when all is said and done, these things could have been solved if you two literally just talked to each other. That's all it is. There's nothing complicated about it. If you feel that there's a misdemeanor in the relationship, you can always just be like, hey, some things I feel like aren't right. Let's talk about it. And then you talk about it. And then if they are ignorant and stuff of that nature, then that's on them. But no, instead I see countless relationships that I've been in, friendships, family members, all just end up being salted by miscommunication, and it's rough. It tears you up from the inside, and then what you're left with is a brand new scar on your heart and more things to tell to people like your close friends or a therapist and stuff like that. I'd hate to end this video on such a sour note, so I'll mention one thing that's pretty lighthearted. At the end of the day, this stuff just irks me. Now, I get that the last thing may have hinted to some things that have happened in my life, but rest assured, I am doing just fine. And trust me, I'm sure you've had some communication errors that have led to some funny bits in your life. I know that I have. Anyway, that's about it for this video. It was pretty good. Now get the fuck out of my face! Hello and welcome to the end card. Sorry if this sounds very different. If it sounds like I have a cold, it's because I do. This video was very interesting to make. It was scriptless and that of the sort, and I was really lazy editing this one. And then, whoopee, I catch a cold for the end card. How fun is that? If you would like to check out another one of my videos, it should be up now. Thank you for a nice watch, and have a good day.